Hello again. This is John Vocat, past president of NEMPA, the New England Newspaper and Press Association. So pleased to be coming to you from the Zoom room here at the Newtown Bee down in Connecticut, where I'm associate editor and lending a hand bringing you the New England Better Newspaper Competition Awards. This third segment coming up is going to continue to honor our entrants for reporting and photography. But first, a couple of quick editorial notes. I want to apologize to any award winners whose name I may have mispronounced in this or any other segment of our awards. And everybody needs to be reminded that all categories in the entire contest had multiple entries, but it is the judge's discretion to choose the number of awards given at any given category. So, with that, let's move on. Our winners for reporting and category in this third phase, starting with racial or ethnic issue coverage. First place in the daily newspaper class up to 15,000, Cody Shepard at the Enterprise of Brockton. Now, for racial or ethnic issue coverage in daily newspapers circulating more than 15,000, judges give first place to Josie Albertson Grove at the New Hampshire Union Leader. For racial or ethnic issue coverage among our news services and online news sites, first place has been awarded to Dylan Dwyer at Boston.com. For racial or ethnic issue coverage among specialty newspapers, first place goes to Nancy Lavin at the Providence Business News. For racial or ethnic issue coverage among our weekly newspapers, judges give first place to Emily Clark at the Old Colony Memorial. Now it's time for reporting on religious issues among our daily newspapers. First place goes to Ann Gerard Flynn and Stephanie Barry at the Republican. For reporting on religious issues among our news services and online news sites, first place goes to Christopher Peak at the New Haven Independent here in Connecticut. For reporting on religious issues among our weekly newspaper entries, judges say top honors goes to Chelsea Edgar at 7 Days. Now it's time for photo series among our daily newspaper entries. First place goes to Peter Pereira at the Standard Times. In the photo series category among our weekly newspapers, judges say top honors goes to Gary Higgins at the Boston Business Journal. Now, photo story. In our daily newspapers class circulating up to 15,000, first place goes to Peter Pereira at the Standard Times. He also took second and third place in this category. For photo story among our daily newspapers circulating over 15,000, judges say top honors goes to Greg Salmon at the Republican. In the photo story category among our weekly newspapers, first place is Glenn Callahan and Gordon Miller at the Stowe Reporter. Now it's time for our Right to Know class. Daily newspapers, among those papers, first place goes to, we have a tie for first place. Congratulations, Brad Petrosian at the Telegram and Gazette, and the team of Mark Hayward, Doug Alden, and Ryan Lessard at the New Hampshire Union Leader. 2 first place awards in the Right to Know among our daily newspapers. Now, Right to Know in news services and online news sites, judges say first place goes to Christopher Peak at the New Haven Independent. Now it's time for science and technology reporting in our daily newspapers combined class. First place goes to Doug Frazier at the Cape Cod Times. Now, among news services and online news sites, top award for science and technology reporting goes to Ainsley Cromer at boston.com. For science and technology reporting among specialty newspapers, judges say top honors goes to Lucia Maffei at the Boston Business Journal. And science and technology reporting among our weekly newspapers. First place goes to Sophie Rohr at the Provincetown Independent. Now for social issues feature story. Daily newspaper circulating up to 15,000. Top honors goes to Hadley Barndollar at the Portsmouth Herald. Social issues feature story among daily newspapers circulating over 15,000. Judges say first place goes to Elaine Thompson at the Telegram and Gazette. For social issues feature story among our news services and online news sites, first place goes to Keelan Lyons at the Connecticut Mirror. For social issues feature story reporting among weekly newspapers circulating over 5,000, first place goes to Chelsea Edgar at 7 Days. For social issues feature story among weekly newspapers circulating up to 5,000, judges say top honors goes to Robin Chan at the Marshfield Mariner. And now it's time for sports. In the sports story category, in the daily newspapers class circulating up to 15,000, first place goes to Kyle Grabowski at the Daily Hampshire Gazette. Sports story reporting in dailies circulating over 15,000. Judges say top honors goes to Chris Mason at Mass Live. Sports story reporting among our weekly newspapers. First place goes to Ryan Fitzgerald at the Provincetown Independent. Now for sports feature story in daily newspapers circulating up to 15,000. Top honors goes to Brendan Curie at the Standard Times. Sticking with sports feature story in daily newspapers circulating over 15,000. First place goes to Matt Vouter at Mass Live. Sports feature story in our weekly newspapers class. First place goes to Lisa Lynn at Vermont Ski and Ride. Back to photos and sports photos. Very exciting category. Daily newspapers circulating up to 15,000. Judges say Jamie Campos at the Salem News wins first place. In our sports photos in daily newspapers circulating over 15,000, first place goes to Jim Shannon at the Republican American in Waterbury, Connecticut. Sports photos in the weekly newspaper circulating up to 5,000. First place going to Nicole Harnischfeger at the Inquirer and Mirror. Sports photo in weekly newspaper circulating over 5,000. First place goes to Mike Mandel at the Ellsworth American. Now for sports videos. It's a combined class. Our contenders. First place goes to Eva Solberger at 7 Days. Now for spot news story in the daily newspapers category. First place goes to Stephanie Berry, Don Trieger, and Greg Salmon at the Republican. Now for spot news story, online news sites and news services. First place to Christopher Peak at the New Haven Independent. Congratulations, Christopher. Now for spot news story in weekly newspaper circulating over 5,000. Judges say top honors is going to go to Randolph T. Holhut and Olga Peters at the Commons. For spot news photo in daily newspaper circulating up to 15,000. First place goes to Alyssa Stone at the Enterprise in Brockton. For spot news, photo, and daily newspaper circulating, over 15,000. First place goes to Stephanie Zolshin at the Berkshire Eagle. For spot news photo, among our weekly newspaper entries, first place goes to Tom Newbelt at the Journal Opinion. In transportation reporting, among our daily newspaper entries, first place goes to Ethan Genter at the Cape Cod Times. For weekly newspapers reporting on transportation, judges say top honors is going to Rich Salzberg at the Martha's Vineyard Times. For weather coverage in a combined class, judges say first place goes to Christopher Gavin at Boston.com. Now it's time for excellence in newsroom collaboration and partnerships, a combined class award. First place goes to Derek Brower, Andrea Suoso, and Emily Corwin at 7 Days. Now for Best Solutions Journalism Project in our daily newspapers class, first place goes to Hadley Barndollar at the Portsmouth Herald. For Best Solutions Journalism Project among news services and online news sites, judges say first place goes to the Granite State News Collaborative. And that is it in this segment of our awards. Congratulations to all of our winners.